Okay, this video we're going to talk about, you've picked out your microphones, you've got your little mixing board, and then you've got to figure out, well, what am I going to do with it? How am I going to save what I've recorded? And there's a number of ways you can do it. You can, of course, go right into your computer if you have some music software like Sony SoundForge Audio Studio, or if you wanted to be frugal, you could even use Audacity, which is a free program. It's not as flexible as SoundForge, but you could still use it. But let's say that you really wanted to do something fairly inexpensively just to get started, to see if your child or your grandchild was going to stick with it. So I have become a really big fan of these Tascam portable SDHC card recorders. And this happens to be one of the first ones that I bought. This is a DR2D, which they don't make anymore, but I had two of these, and they'll record anywhere from MP3 quality, it's in stereo, all the way up to 24-bit 96 kilohertz material. It's got this kind of a little stereo mini jack, which is what you see, the kind of connector you have on your earbuds or some inexpensive headphones. This is how you get audio in and out of these. What's also nice is that they also have a pair of microphones built into the top. So you can do line in or you can do microphone in, and you can set your levels and just record this. These would be great little devices for students if they wanted to record a lecture and just use the microphones and have this pointed toward the professor and let them talk. This is the next step up, which was the DR40 family. And what I also liked about this is that this also had input jacks at the bottom, so I could run my mixing board into here and record that way. But what is also nice about this also does MP3s and up to 2496. It's got two very flexible microphones at the top. So what's nice about this is if your child just wants to record themselves solo, I would have the microphones in an X shape coming across, and just set this up on a mic stand just like this, facing them, and hit the record button. And these little microphones are really, really nice. I mean, these are so good that when I did a song a number of Christmases ago, What Does God Want for Christmas, there was no sheet music available, anything. And so what I did was or there was only sheet music available, I should say. So there was no track that I could buy. So I took this recorder, folded down the music desk on the grand piano at church, and had our church pianist play this. Now what I did was I pushed these out so the microphones were facing C3 and C5 on the piano, and I came home with a really, really nice recording of the piano playback that I could practice to. We started doing this on a Thursday. I had to perform it on a Sunday. So this is a really, really nice recorder. If your child had a friend that was also a violinist or whatever, and the two of them wanted to record, I would space them out this way, put one child here, one child over here, and hit record, and you could record both of them in a left-right stereo spread. But for a single instrumentalist, I would point the microphones in. This is a very, very nice recorder. This one runs on 3 AA batteries. This one runs on 2. But what I've also found is that these little 5-volt DC battery packs that people use for their phones, you can also power these. These have a side jack with a mini jack there, and I can power it with one of these. and have very, very long battery life. And what it does is telling me, I have a screen now, it says, do I want to use bus power? And I'm going to say okay. And now it's going to be all set to record. This will give me a lot more battery life than if I was just using AA batteries. You can also buy, there's a AC power supply that goes with this that I have as well. But if you want to go out and record something on location and you don't want to take a bunch of stuff, this is a very, very nice way to do it. So I have two of these and I've really liked using these. Very, very nice recorders, and you'll be very surprised at how good, especially if you record at CD quality, which would be 1644.1. If you want to do better, you can do 24-bit 96 kilohertz, and it's really stunning. Now this is the other recorder that I bought a couple of years ago. This is actually a 6-channel recorder that I can directly plug microphones into this. I can do 6 microphones, and it gives me all the control that I need. So I can actually go out and I could just take 6 microphones, 6 microphone cables, and this recorder, and I could go out and record, say, a small ensemble, a piano trio with this, 2 microphones on the piano, and I could do a separate microphone on a violinist or a cellist. I could come back from the recording. I can dump this in USB. All of these are USB recorders. I can come back and dump the material off the SDHC cards right into my computer. In this case, what I would do is I would take the outputs, the 6 outputs, three stereo pair, and I would run these into a mixer, and then I would mix down all 6 tracks that I had into a really, really nice stereo recording. This will do 6 tracks of CD quality. It'll do 6 tracks of 2496, but it'll also do 2 tracks of 24-bit 192 kilohertz recording, which is absolutely stunning for a little bitty portable box like this. This will also run on 12 AA batteries, but I've generally used either the AC adapter most of the time when I go out, mainly because I don't want my batteries to die in the middle of a performance. That would be a very bad thing. So this is the Tascam DR680 Mark II. So this is the new wave of recording. We've gone from big old reel-to-reels that weigh anywhere from 40 to 70 pounds. Trying to lug those around was not fun back in the day. Then we went to cassettes, and of course the quality was quite a bit lower than doing reel-to-reels. And now what you've got here with these recorders is state-of-the-art recording in the palm of your hand. So I hope you have liked this video. This is $149. This would be the cheapest way to get your budding instrumentalist to start recording themselves. You can put one of these on it takes the same screw that you would for a camera mount. So you could buy a camera tripod, put this on the camera tripod, set it in front of them, push record, and off they would go. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I wish you the best.